it's Monique van Hasmia, independent psychometrist and clinical psychology student at SMU. I hope everybody's enjoying the last day of lockdown, level 5. Tomorrow we go into level 4, and I hope that even though we are going onto a lower level, onto the next level, I hope that everybody still tries to stay at home and follows all the precautions so that we do not spread this virus. That said, it's the second Q&A session, and I'm looking forward to doing it with you, and I really hope that my answers will assist you in the master's selection process. On the note of assistance and help, please give Cognition & Co. a follow and allow them to help you throughout this process. That's what they're there for. They are there to support the students. This is a very, very difficult time. So give them a follow and drop them a DM. And yeah, that's what they're there for, to help. But let's get on with the questions. Okay, the first question is, how do I commute to SMU? It's quite far. It is far. And I remember when I first went to go hand in my application, I was like, wow, this is a very far campus. It's in the middle of nowhere. And truly it is in the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit away from the main city. But I travel every day in my own car. I drive there. It takes me 45 to 50 minutes to drive to SMU, and the route is really not bad. I take partial highway and partial back roads, so I could miss the toll, because one of the tolls, I think it's 15 Rand one way, so it's 30 Rand a day, which would add up. So yeah, I take back roads and the highway, and it's perfectly safe. Yeah, I'm happy with it so far, and it's working for me. I get up very early in the mornings, 5 o'clock. I usually go to gym, and then I come back from gym, shower, get ready, and I leave at 8, which is really nice because there's no traffic at that time, and I usually am sitting in the lecture hall, or if you want to call it a lecture hall, it's more of a discussion room at 9 a.m. sharp. I'm usually just in time. So the next question I asked was, are we on campus every day? And the answer is yes. We're on campus at 9 o'clock every day, and we need to book ourselves until 4. Some days we do leave a bit earlier than 4, but yes, we don't really stay later than 4 though. It hasn't happened yet. Obviously, we're in this lockdown now, so maybe it would have happened, but I usually don't leave any later than 4. I have left at 6:30 before, but that's just because I chose to study in the library for a bit. But class is every single day. The next question I was asked was, did a psychometry help me get into masters? I'm going to say yes, it definitely helped me in 2 ways. Okay, the first way was because I did the psychometry course, and to qualify as a psychometrist, you have to write a board exam with the HPCSA. And studying and writing for that board exam taught me a lot about ethics in psychology, and it also taught me about the scope of practice. And that was some of the questions that were asked to me in the master selection rounds. So that was pretty helpful. The second way in which psychometry helped me was I got the opportunity to do a lot of psychometric assessments. And through the psychometric assessments, I learned so much about myself, and I developed myself and understood myself a lot better. So on that note, I would actually encourage you to do a psychometric assessment on yourself, and I'd be more than willing to do it for you. If you want to do a personality assessment, if you want to do an interest assessment, just let me know. You can drop me an email. Put it here at the bottom. So just drop me an email if you are interested in doing a psychometric assessment, and if you want to do a development session with me, we can do that as well. Yeah, that would be great. The next question I was asked was, where can I get a mentor or a psychologist to help me through the master selection process? And firstly, I would like to say Cognition & Co. They do that. They really do help you find a mentor, but if you can't find one through them, I know that there are unfortunately limited mentors available, there's 2 bits of advice I would give. Okay, I'm going to give you my advice first, like what I did, or share my experience. And that is, I went to go and see a therapist that was recommended to me. I basically just made an appointment with her, and I did pay for it in cash. And when I got to the first session, I told her I've been rejected so many times for masters and I'm broken, what can I do? And we took it from there. And she was there for me right throughout the process. We discussed my paper together. We did a lot of development stuff together, and yes, it was definitely helpful and worth it. So the first thing you could do is make an appointment. Look up psychologists around and make an appointment. The second thing you could do is write up your CV and a nice email, and you can email it to all the psychologists in your area, pretty much just saying, asking them, look, I have this dream, I really want to be a psychologist, and I was wondering if we could meet up for a chat. You could do that and see where it goes. That's the advice I would give. The last and final question I got was, am I able to work and do masters at the same time? And the answer is no. No. I've managed to find some time here and there to do assessments, and that's also thanks to the lockdown. But on a serious note, the program is really full time. It's going to take up your more than just a working day. So no, unfortunately not. You can't have a job and do masters. That's it, guys. I hope that the answers helped you with your master's applications. I know that this is a tough journey, so give me a thumbs up if this did help. And I know that a lot of you have asked me a lot of psychometry questions, and I didn't answer them in this video because I am in the process of making the psychometry video, and I will be answering questions like, what is a psychometrist? How do you qualify in South Africa? What kind of jobs can you do as a psychometrist? All of that is coming up. Keep safe, be a hero, and stay at home.